Okay, so this is going to be part 2 of Night Train. I don't really remember where I left off, so I'm giving it my best guess here. I looked up the aisle and saw the next compartment shaking ahead. I had only just made it into the train, in the very last carriage. We had to walk up all the wagons to the front, with the same mad jump between each carriage. Can't we just wait for the next stop? I asked. Then we can just walk along the platform to the driver. There is no stopping this train, he said, pocketing his keys and mopping his face with a large handkerchief. Not till the end of the line. He set off down the train. It is night train after all. Again, there was nothing left to do but follow. Eyes turned to us as we moved along the carriage. I noticed that old, gray-haired couples and watery-eyed ladies seemed to make up most of the passengers. The man now chained to the seat in the previous carriage, and I suppose, myself, really did stick out. The inspector opened the doors, and we moved through the next carriage. The jump was still a little unnerving, but nothing like the first one. Just what exactly is Night Train? I asked and walked along, catching hold of the rails as the train shuddered and twisted in the curve. He stopped, turned, and again looked me up and down before answering. Look, son, if you really don't know, and truly, this isn't the train for you. He pushed his flat cap back on his head, and the strands of white hair fell on his forehead. Had to happen to me, and tonight of all nights, he muttered. Suddenly, in a scream of metal, we were both thrown to the ground. The train shuddered. Some of the passengers were also thrown off balance, shouting and crying in surprise. Slowly the pressure and the noise eased off, leaving a powerful hiss that filled the surrounding tunnel. Shakily, I pulled myself up, then helped the inspector to his feet. We looked around, but no one needed help. The inspector reached down and picked up his cap, dusting it off before setting it back on his head. Everybody all right? He called. Nobody hurt? The general mutters and comments indicated that generally all was in order. Well, just stay there where you are for a moment, he ordered. I'm sure Control will have everything right as rain in no time. At the moment, the radio in his pocket started crackling and hissing. Above the static, we could hear it calling, "This is Control. Come over. Control here. Where are you? Over." He pulled it out and pressed a button, silencing the hissing. "Control? I'm in wagon 3. What happened? Over." The answer came in a sea of crackles. "Someone in 5 pulled the emergency alarm. Blocked the train. Over." The inspector gave me a penetrating look. "Had a customer in there. Locked him up. Must have been an accomplice. Over." There was a pause while the radio hissed and crackled. The voice came back. "Well, we can't lose them out here. We can't leave them loose out here. I am not tall enough. I don't know. We can't leave them loose out here. We can't leave them loose out here. You have to contain them. Do you read me? Contain them. Over." "Control. On my way. Over and out." He pocketed the radio. "Looks like I'm going to need some help," he said. "I'll go along the tracks while you go back the way we came." "Look," I said, lifting my hands to keep him away. "I still don't know what's going on. And now you expect me to jump in and catch some, I don't know. I don't even know why you're treating him like that. Perhaps you're going to do the same to me." "Listen, Eric," he said. He must have seen my name on the pass. "While we were talking, there are 18 innocent souls in that carriage, and I'd hate to think what could have just happened to them. Either you help or you don't, but I can't waste my time debating here with you." With that, he turned and unclipped the nearest door. With a loud hiss of air, the doors slid to the side before blocking the hallway. Okay. Okay, I called as he struggled to push them wider. I'll help. He turned and looked at me. You can start by helping me get these open. Push the other one. We each pushed a door until both had slipped to the side, allowing him to grip outside the rail and lower himself to the gravel below. How did Dad not know I was reading? Oh man, I'm tired. Might have to do part 3. It's only 5 minutes. And there's that. That only makes it worse. Okay, there is one problem with this, and it is that. Getting some rolling shutter. But still looks good. Looks good on my face. I'm gonna end it there. You guys have a good night. I'll be back with part 3.